I am here for my review of Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 5. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. We need to fix this. We all out of frame. I don't even know why my shirt ain't coming up pink. It looks like I got on yet another white t-shirt, but that's neither here nor there. I looked at the comments from last week, and it says I have one, but it doesn't say who it's from, or it doesn't say anything. So I guess they deleted the comment. I don't know. So we just gonna get on to this review. Now, y'all, I don't know if Myrla and Ryan are getting a bad edit or not. Cause Ryan, he always it's something about his face. Like, is there no emotion there? Like, I don't know if maybe he's, nervous being on camera, nervous always having the camera just right there. But it's always like a blank stare that he has going on. And with Mirla, they just adding on to the fact that she is very materialistic. So Rachel lets Jose know that she doesn't like the fact that he's always here, eat this, like feeding her and then trying to brush her teeth, because that makes her feel like a child, and that's not what she's about. He feels like as a husband, he wants to be a provider and take care of her. But Rachel is an independent woman who doesn't know how her role is going to be as an independent woman with my husband thinking he needs to provide and protect. They're on that balance of, I want to be married and I want my husband to have his role, but yet my role is an independent woman. How is that going to add into him wanting to be the provider, him wanting to be the protector? Because Rachel's daddy told her a long time ago, when you get married, make sure you have your own money. Because you never know when these dudes is just going to one day up and leave. And you got to make sure you have money to take care of yourself and that you're not always dependent on the man. And I was like, Daddy was giving you some good advice right there. Make sure you have your own, but at the same time, you can have your own and be able to take care of yourself, but at the same time, give your husband, his role of, okay, he wants to be a provider. You can provide for the family, but I can take care of myself at the same time. Now, Myrla, she over here complaining again. She's complaining about the food. And it's like, girl, you are on a free vacation and you have been doing all of the complaining. She's upset that there is no protein with the breakfast. She's upset and complaining because she asked for some frothy almond milk and they gave regular milk. She's complaining because this is not an actual beach, front that she's used to. She's used to the living in the lap of luxury, and there is no this is grass. It's supposed to be sand by the beach. Or she said some mess like that, and I'm like, complaining, complain. I'm surprised that she didn't call production before they went on the honeymoon. It's like, okay, where will the honeymoon be at? Got on her computer. Oh yeah, that's not good for me. Me and my husband, we will be staying here. We'll be in the lap of luxury. You guys can come over there and film us there. I'm surprised she didn't do some mess like that. But I'm glad that she admits that she whines a lot. But it's usually when you know better, you do better. But she knows better. She's just not doing better. So the couples, they want to go by the pool, and I just not did not like this comment that Ryan made that Brett is gonna need a whole lot of sunscreen to put on. I don't know if he was trying to say that she's a little big because she's far from it. So I don't know if this was like a nervous joke he was making, but I did not appreciate that comment that she's gonna need a whole lot of sunscreen and a whole lot of people to put it on her body. That just made me feel some type of way. Now, it's time for all the couples to meet. The ladies, they've all met each other, and the men have met each other. It's just that we haven't met each other as a couple. Zach and Michaela, they wasn't able to join them, and the group was like wondering where they are because they haven't heard from them and what's going on. Gil, he's by himself because Myrla, she has better things to do. She's working on business, doing something. She's, she ain't trying to hang out with nobody. So Gil is sitting there by himself, while all the couples is holding hands and kissing, and he done got his a peck on his cheek from Myrla and a whole lot of complaining. But Zach, he ain't feeling well. He hasn't been able to sleep, he hasn't been able to eat, and he got this fever going on. So it's like, what's good? And I was like, I know what's good, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. Gil, he just like, I gotta get some stuff off my chest. He get to, venting his frustrations to Myrla, to the group. Number one is they having kids. And I was like, yeah, I can understand it because y'all still strangers. Even if everybody else is doing it, if your personality isn't, I'm gonna kiss somebody that I don't really know like that, you don't have to do that just to appease somebody else. He's talking about how she's particular, how she's saying this place is like a retirement home resort, and everybody's like, "What?" Everybody else enjoying themselves, like they're having a good time on their vacations. They're enjoying their spouses, some more than other. But Myrla, she's too busy complaining about what she wanted to be and just not enjoying the person that she is with. Now, Bao tells the group that she and Johnny knew each other before they got married. They was like, "What? Like, how did that happen?" It's like, we met when we was in college. We was working on two different organizations. I had asked him to some kind of museum, art gallery situation. She invited him somewhere as like a friend date, and he ghosted her. And here they are years later, married at first sight. I was like, I think these two were supposed to be together. It's just that, they had to do other things in life before they came back together and being married. So Zach tested positive for the vid, and Michaela, she was negative. I believe he had said that one of his friends or somebody he knew had got the vid, and that he was fine and everything, but it probably just took a few days for it to like get in his system and start showing the symptoms and all that stuff. And this is when we had like a small glimpse of Hurricane K, because she was starting to brew a little bit. She's upset because this is her honeymoon. She had a cute little bathing suit she wanted to where she wanted to be spending time with her husband, and but they she she knows the serious of the situation, but at the same time she does not want to leave him. But now they're gonna have to be quarantined to make sure that she doesn't catch it either. But she's just mad because you know this is not how she envisioned her honeymoon. Did not envision herself alone on her honeymoon, not being able to be there with her honeymoon with her husband. Then she like switched it up to like having an attitude because she says she doesn't want to leave um her husband alone. She's not there for a good time. Well, she's not there to have a good time on her honeymoon. She wants her husband there too. It's like, yeah, I understand it. You envision, okay, we done got married, we're going on this honeymoon, and like the second day that they're there, if even that, he didn't got tested positive for the vid. So all the things you thought you was going to be able to do, you're not going to be able to do. She said she wanted to live the rest of her days with her husband and wanting him to do the same thing. But I'm like, I understand all that. I truly, truly do. But at the same time, Miss Lady, this is a virus. He is not intentionally not wanting to spend time with you. He's trying to make sure that you don't get sick either. And he said, he's like, I physically and mentally cannot be around you right now because I don't want you getting sick. We all know how serious the videos. We've seen it over the past year and a half it's been going on that it's been here in the United States. We've seen what the devastation takes on. I personally seen it. I know I don't be talking about it much, but I was doing home health care aid, and the person I was, my patient client, we didn't know that he had it, and we seen the slow progression of one day. This is my husband's grandpa, so we was my husband's cousin was having his birthday. We didn't have a large amount of people, but it was still people there. They were still social distancing. He was sitting on the porch like he always does. That was his main thing. Sitting on the porch, just chilling all day. Don't matter how hot it was. He got his phone and he got him something to drink. And he's sitting on the porch. Well, he went to go inside and he was kind of stumbling. And this is on a Saturday. Sunday, he's still not walking well. And like the next few days, it was getting harder and harder for him to walk to at the point where he didn't even want to get out of bed. And he having trouble breathing. And I remember I went home and then, because we live right across the street from each other, and I went home for the day because his daughter and other grandkids was there, and with my husband's little cousin, where our cousin said came and was like he going to the hospital, and he left and he never came home. So we know the serious. This was last year in June. So this is taped sometime this year, I'm assuming. So we know the seriousness is going on. But like, he's not intentionally trying to hurt you by staying away. He is looking out for your health. Jose and Rachel are braver than me in more ways than one because they just out on this boat and it look like in the middle of nowhere. There is no land in sight. Y'all, a few years ago before I got married, me and my husband went on a paddle boat. The water what we was on, even though I could see the bottom of, I was nervous at first because in my mind the paddle boat was gonna flip over. That's just how my mind worked. We had on life vests, so it was gonna be safe. I could see the bottom of the lake we were on, but still, I was nervous. These two, first of all, boat was going super fast in my opinion. They don't have lifeboats on. They just chilling like this is the thing to do. And I'm like, so nobody is like nervous? Because I would have been life jacket on, stiff as a board, sitting there not trying to move because in my mind, if I move, boat gonna tip over. I'm gonna be in the ocean. But they went fishing. They had them a good little time. It's just that I was just nervous watching them on the water. Now, he's trying to be romantic and surprise Myrla with this dinner. She's like, are we going to a beach? He was like, no, we're going up there parasailing. They're going on a seaplane. And she's already making excuses like, I be getting motion sickness a lot. Is it going to be too bumpy? It was like, even though it looked kind of fun to me, mainly because not the part of it being on the water and all that stuff. I don't really do water like that because I can't swim. But I was like flying around in the seaplane and just like looking out. That might be fun, but then again, I don't be getting motion sickness like that, so I don't know what Myrla is going through and like can't even enjoy it because you feeling nauseous and you just want to lay down somewhere and not even enjoy this dinner that your husband has put together for you. But I was like, that looked like something nice to do. Jow, Jow. Johnny had planned. I didn't gave him a whole new name, didn't I? Johnny planned a romantic picnic for on the beach for Val. He went to the store and got her this little shirt. It was too big, and he paid full price. And she was like, "Okay, that's sweet, but we don't pay full prices over here for things." And I was like, but she was like, it's the thought that counts. But she was like, she's clearance rack. She, 15, 20% off girl. She my kind of girl. I told y'all that I had went to when I was visiting here before I got married. Me and my husband, we was like downtown and we went to the store because I was looking for a black pair of leggings. And we went into this store. And as soon as I walked in, I knew I wasn't gonna find what I wanted because I always scan to see where the clearance section is. or they knocking prices off. I didn't see any of that, so I knew this wasn't the store I needed to be in because I knew things was gonna be expensive. So I just said I wanted to wear a black pair of leggings. The lady, she was, accommodating and got my size. I was like, well, since she didn't did all this, let me try them on. Them things was $110. So I said, I'm going to go over to the local Sears and get me a pair for $6. And that's what I did because I didn't want them to be too fancy. I just wanted a black pair of leggings. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, they wasn't the best of quality, but they did what they needed to do. I wasn't about to spend no $110 on no leggings. I just was not going to do that. But Johnny tells Val that he likes her, but he's not sure how she feels. And they did the old dramatic, her looking like, I don't know how to tell you, I don't like you. Went to the commercials, and when we came back, Val says the feeling is mutual. And she says what they're building now feels stronger than any past relationship. I was like, oh, that's sweet. I did like that. Rachel is reluctant to move into Jose's house because she feels like this will always be his house. He said he wants her to move to his side of town. And I don't know, the way he said it, it made me feel like she lives in a rough neighborhood and he ain't finna be living over there, so I'm gonna need you to live on my side of town. And he's somewhat of a control freak, and he's very, slightly a control freak, but I also have OCD. She wants to feel like she's pulling her weight in the marriage, but he's still on I'm a husband and I want to take care of my family. So then they get to speaking about finances, and Rachel says she feels that they should each have their own checking account and then have a joint account where we put money in and that goes to the expenses. So I was like, that sounds like, I would agree to something like that. Like the joint account is for to pay for like electricity, water, the phone bill, the cable, the internet, car insurance, car notes if y'all still have them, grocery, insurance, all those things. We put money from our separate account into the joint account. Okay, we pay half on everything. Okay, I put my half on whatever the bill is. We put it in the joint account. The joint account, write a check or do it online. Look at me, write a check. Because everything is online now. Basically, you just online, bam, boom, bam. But he feels, hear me, him being in the head of the household, they should both have joint accounts. Let me take what I need from here, and whatever's left, you pull from it. And I was trying to figure out what he was saying because my mind was not letting me understand it. And even though I rewound it several times, but what she got from it, it feels like he was giving her an allowance, and she did not like that. And if y'all could explain to me what Jose was saying about finances, I would really appreciate it. Because by this time, when they was talking, I was sleepy, and I was trying my best to comprehend what was being said, but I was so sleepy. I was having trouble, y'all. I really was. Last week we had Bow and Johnny. They laying in the bed, and she was like, you move the pillow. He was like, well, maybe, we don't need the pillow. She was like, oh, I thought that's what you needed. But she did let him know she is a little insecure about her snoring. And there's been two separate occasions where he said that, she was snoring, and he kind of made light of it, like, yeah, it was some animals running around, and turned out it was you snoring. She's like, oh my God, you didn't do that. But at the same time, that's an insecurity of hers. She went on to say that when she was like a camp counselor, that she didn't sleep because she was scared people was gonna make fun of her from snoring. And yeah, I guess I am immune almost to snoring because my mama snore, my brother snore, like my cousin when I used to spend night over her house when we was teenagers, she snored. And it was like I could sleep through it. I don't know why, but let my husband go in the other room and watch TV at like 5 o'clock, like 4 in the morning. I can hear everything, but a snore. Mm-mm. Sleep right through it. Don't know what is up with my mind. So, yeah, that was suggest. If I left anything out, by means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on to my beautiful face. With a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my people by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.